I'll ask you one last question. You don't like Bitcoin? You wouldn't invest in Bitcoin? Do you invest in the stock market at this moment?
So not at this moment. I think it's high. So I have not invested in the stock market at this moment. I have in the past, but I have not at this moment. I think it's high. Bitcoin, I just seems like a scam. I was surprised. With us, it was at 6,000 and much lower. I don't like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. Essentially, it's a currency competing against the dollar. I want the dollar to be the currency of the world. That's what I've always said.
Great to hear from you again.
Thank you, Stuart.
And I hope you'll come back soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the 45th president of the United States just said that now he's more into the fiat world. What's up, YouTube? Your number one channel for cryptocurrency investing, daily news updates and forecasts. My name is Syed, and we are going to talk about, of course, not just what is happening within the crypto world, but more importantly, why there is so much pressure on cryptos and keeping Bitcoin down, pressure on cryptos and keeping Bitcoin down as usual, and of course, why. So we're going to talk about, of course, some key points, and I'll also provide some important insights into what is happening and how everything is shaping up. And this particular a month or so, for the month of June, for example, is also critical in talking about the crypto world. So let's dive right into it. First, we just saw what Donald Trump just talked about, the really kind of important, because it's the fight between the crypto world and, of course, the dollar itself. The world wants to move to crypto, and the best example that we already saw was given by the president of El Salvador, where he says that he's already submitting a bill to make Bitcoin a legal tender. Now, we also know in the crypto world that all other crypto assets are kind of like tied to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin being the Mac Daddy of all cryptos. And with that said, the move by yet another El Salvador, which also primarily uses dollar, by the way, as its legal tender, the president is now, of course, submitting a bill to make Bitcoin legal tender. Why is it that crypto assets and cryptocurrencies in different parts of the world, in different countries, are more likely to be accepted, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Dogecoin, whether it's SafeMoon, or any other cryptocurrency? Let me give you another example, like SafeMoon, for example. I'm going to talk about that too when I get to my updates on SafeMoon, Dogecoin, and of course Promise Token, because these are the three cryptos that we have in our portfolio here at InvestDesk. But the reason why adaptive, for example, to cryptocurrencies is because of the fact that it's unregulated. It's not tied to the US dollar. Most of the currencies of the world are pegged to the US dollar, and countries kind of don't want to be dependent on that, right? So they want to have their own way out, and that's the perfect way out for them, is using cryptocurrency. So let's take a listen for just 30 seconds or so what the president of El Salvador says, and then we'll compare it with what Donald Trump said and then what is going on with the crypto world. So check it out.
In El Salvador, we are trying to rescue this idea and start the design of a country for the future, using the best ingredients that makes us who we are, while using sensibility to find the best examples of ideas from history and around the world. I believe Bitcoin could be one of these ideas. That is why next week, I will send to Congress a bill that El Salvador. In the short term, this will generate jobs and help provide financial inclusion to thousands outside the formal economy. And in the medium and long term, we hope that this small decision can help us push humanity at least a tiny bit into the right direction. I entered politics to leave a legacy for my country, but while doing it, and by working with like-minded people, maybe we can help create a legacy for the world.
All right, so hey, we just saw it, what the president of El Salvador said, and that is important because it not only is going to create jobs for that country, but it's going to also allow individuals to use cryptocurrency, right, as legal tender, because that's really what the benefit is of cryptocurrency, right? And that is what is happening with at least this particular country, and similarly with other crypto countries. Other countries were more, like more responsive to, in fact, use cryptos for their countries, is because it's the only way out and the fastest way out into the crypto world, or into adopting a cryptocurrency. And that's the future, and that's really more progressive. And even in the United States, many congressmen, they still, for example, are pushing towards crypto, but of course there's still a tug of war that is going on, guys, right? And that's really, really key. All right, before I move forward, thank you so much for tuning in. InvestDesk is your #1 channel for crypto research. Thanks so much. It's always nice to see you guys. I know I've been out for a little while, was going here and there, traveling, some work, but I'm back. So this is super, super exciting. But this particular period of time that we are in now is really, really critical for crypto in general. For example, if you look at Bitcoin right now, it's about 35,000. It went all the way up to 40, right? So it touched 40 and then came back to 35. It's still testing by, going up back to 40 and then coming back to 35. And the entire crypto market is not just because, there's no demand, there's demand, but it's against the cryptos, guys. That's what I see it. That's what my research shows, that it's not just what people are fearing. It's the fear that is being created in people, right? And that's easy for the governments to do, and that's what is happening. But I think that's not going to last long. Eventually, and it has happened in the past, a few years ago when there was a drop, that's exactly what that was the case. But hey, it's not going to stop. It's even beyond that. So we are going to get out of this. And of course, countries, if one country accepts it, for example, SafeMoon is already in the Gambia. They're working with the Gambian government to implement SafeMoon as the cryptocurrency for that country. So whether it's Bitcoin or any other, so the race is on. That's really the future, and that's what we're seeing happening. Of course, in the short term, we'll definitely see here with all the cryptos, right? It's not just Bitcoin, it's not just Dogecoin or Cardano or Ethereum or any other, but it's really the entire crypto market is kind of like squeezed, right, by force. That's how I see it. But if you let it go, if the world says today that, hey, this is cool, this works, guess what? Bitcoin is definitely going over 100,000 and over 500,000 as predicted by Cathie Wood and many, many other analysts. And that's exactly what it's going to do. So that's one of my analysis moving forward with the crypto world. So that's what I think. Let me know in the comment about what's going on about Bitcoin and other cryptos as we move forward. All right, so lastly, I want to do some quick updates on first the SafeMoon, and we're doing pretty well with SafeMoon so far. The SafeMoon updates, of course, were in the last AMA on Sunday. They announced some exciting updates moving forward regarding promotion of CTO